Dad's first season in the Premier League and he is ready for it. He's already getting his own back and stealing my staff. And his scouts know exactly how to make him happy. Find him the world's best up-and-coming goalkeeper for a cost of just 1.5 million. I, on the other hand, was losing my best players to release clauses, whilst also being told the funds are going to be scaled back. That's not good. And it wasn't my scouts that were finding me players, but it was in fact the media. Strap yourselves in for another crazy season. Dad, what a summer.
Oh, I thought it was going to be hard, but I'm quite happy with where my transfer window's gone, mate. I'll be honest with you. When I thought I had that 27 million, was 22 was it?
Yeah.
I did say to you, no, I thought I'd probably buy about 4 or 5 good players with that, but some of the freebies that came up as well, I just couldn't believe my luck, really. So
yeah. And we had like scouts just coming out and just throwing wonder kids from South America at us.
Well, I mean, the big one for me really is the goalkeeper, isn't it? I mean, I did say to you, I'm not even interested in looking for a goalkeeper, did I?
No.
But
his staff knew him way too well.
My staff come back with me and just went, how about this goalkeeper? And we just looked at each other and went, didn't we? So, I mean...
I was praying it was on my screen. But it wasn't. Let's have a look at him, because straight away he goes into your first team as your starting goalkeeper, which I think is quite incredible, really. Independiente Medellin, £1.5 million. Emerson Ayala Fajardo, 21 Colombian.
What a keeper this is.
He's an unbelievable
look
goalie.
How much he's valued already. Look, I mean,
I know.
Oh, I couldn't believe my luck, could I? And it was just like, I wasn't even looking for a keeper, so
just chucked on your desk.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about this guy? Outrageous. I mean, obviously there are some weaknesses, like the handling's only 13, but still, I think he's absolutely incredible. And
worth
for 1.5 million,
definitely. Even if he, I mean, came in as my first team keeper in the end, but even if he was my reserve keeper, I'd have still been happy with that.
Absolutely.
For 1.5.
We'll kind of like breeze over the other signings because we could be here all day else, because it was a big transfer window for both of us, really.
It had to be, didn't it?
Yeah, you think Dad signed a lot. I think I actually signed more, because I think I sold over 100 million.
Yeah, you had a lot more money than me to play with, but I mean, it was. I think really for both of us, it was like a total rebuild of the teams.
Yes.
Trying to get rid of certain players. I mean, I had to get rid of one player in the end, because his wage demand, he wasn't as good as what my other players were.
The highest match earner.
Oh, and I was just trying to get rid of him in the end, wasn't it?
You went up to 60 million and you had him in League One.
Yeah.
One of the things you did is you got Kellyman back for another year.
Yeah.
Which is a good signing. On loan.
He had a good season last season, so I thought reward him and try and get him back. And I did.
I mean, the 8 goals and 11 assists last season in the Championship helped you get promoted. So that was a good bit of business. Then you obviously looked to the free transfer market, which we'll see in a sec, but because they come in the next season. But before that, in the June, you were making some signings straight away. Nigel Harris from Kilmarnock. This is a very good deal, I think. 21-year-old centre-back.
I think my defence, I definitely had to strengthen up.
Yeah, I mean, you actually transformed your full defence and goalkeeper, so it's all brand new players. Alejandro Vidal, the right back, comes in. Great physical attributes, which is exactly what you need for that type of right back role. This is the other centre-back that you got, £3.1 million. We're picking up a lot of bargains here that we are finding quite well, to be fair. £5 million for a centre defensive midfielder. This Moroccan guy, he looks very good. Slightly lacks on some things, but excels in others.
I just wanted to strengthen the midfield up, really.
Yeah, then we got obviously the goalkeeper you signed.
Yeah.
Then the free transfers. Vasco Souza from Inter Milan. Good attacking midfielder. He was going to be your main attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
And then you got Kellyman back, and then all of a sudden you signed 2 unbelievable strikers. One of them, Mark Gueye, I think is how you pronounce it. He is the guy who's just started playing for Barcelona in real life and started scoring some goals. But Brentford picked him up for £10 million. Rarely used him. Dad got him on a free. 2 goals so far for you already. Looks
really
very
happy
good.
days. Oh, I couldn't believe my luck when I got this for a guy for nothing, wasn't it? So happy days with this one.
Only on 40k wages. He's classed as a decent Championship player. I think he's better than that.
Yeah.
I think he's better than that. Then you've got a good left back on a free transfer from Juventus.
So that's my complete defence now.
That is your defence done. Then another player from the same team that you picked up, the goalkeeper. So your scouts in Colombia are doing you absolute bits, because this guy is another starting striker.
Oh, definitely. Look at this. Look, dribbling and finishing in first touch, all 15.
Yeah. I mean, the only things like passing and work rate are the only 2 there that you look at that out of everything.
His aggression, I was a bit, because I do like a player with a bit of aggression, don't I?
He doesn't need it as a striker.
I mean, his acceleration, he's very quick as well. So, yeah, I'm going to take that.
Absolutely. For 775k.
What more do you want?
He scored 8 goals last season. Yeah. Ridiculous. Then another free transfer. Guess what? Another striker. So you now have like 3 really good strikers that have come in. Fabrizio Oviedo comes in. could be the best one out of the
I mean,
bunch.
this guy here, aggression 15,
Yeah.
acceleration 15, finishing 15. It's all there, isn't it?
Unbelievable. So he
On
was
a
actually
freebie.
at Manchester City, so you picked him up on a free transfer from Manchester City. But he actually joined during July, so he left Man City, didn't find a club, then decided to go with you. Belic, which is a really good centre defensive midfielder from Partizan.
I must admit, I was really pleased at getting this guy. I thought this guy was probably one of my main signings, really, because that position that I really needed it to make strong, didn't I?
Yeah, and then finally a loan deal. Once you got rid of Fire, who was on
the guy I was trying to get rid of,
60k
yeah.
wages, who, funny enough, dropped down to 22k now.
Yeah.
You picked up a loan deal on Ronaldo MacArthur just because he could finish across the front line. So what I would say, because you sold a couple of players here, Paul Composh, he didn't have a work permit, £10 million gone out the club. What I would say is you've got a small squad.
Yeah.
Like, you've got like one player filling in each position.
Yeah.
If there is injuries, etc.
But with the money that I had, that's what I could expect to do.
But
I think I've done well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you haven't got a team which looks like they've just been promoted.
No.
You've got a team that looks like an established Premier League side already. Now, the big question was, does Dad keep his tactic? Because he absolutely obliterated the Championship last year, coming up through the playoffs, using that very attacking tactic.
When I walked in the house today, when it was like, so Dad, what tactic are you going to go for? Here we go.
Same one.
I'm staying.
With one little change, and that is you changed that from a ball winner to a deep line playmaker.
Yeah.
That was the only change you made.
I was at home thinking about this, and I thought, attacking football always pays off lately. Why am I going to change to defensive just because I think I'm in a higher league? I should do it. I'm going to take a chance.
Okay.
I mean, you did agree with me, didn't you? You said
100%.
you did say to me, I think you should. But I'd already said I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
I'm going with it. I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to go with it. If I can get the players in that I need, which was mainly strikers, I felt.
Yeah.
I needed better strikers because obviously if you get a chance, you've got to take it.
Yeah.
And I got that, so bang.
Because departures as well, Macaulay Langstaff, gone.
Yeah.
Out of contract.
Out of contract. I mean,
See you later. He was 33, 34.
33, so he was never. I don't think he was ever going to play
Not in
for
the
me.
Premier League,
No.
although he was your top scorer in the
Yeah.
Championship. But anyway, yeah, you've improved
So,
drastically in this.
I also
this
listened
team.
to all you guys as well. You was all praying for me to stick to my tactic.
Yeah.
It was in there. I took it in. I've gone with it.
This is the best 11, but before we take a look at Dad's schedule and how he's been getting on, let's have a look at my busy summer, because actually, it was probably even busier than Dad's.
Yeah.
£31 million on the outs there, including Sahori, who Manchester United activated his release clause during June. I also sold Lucas Puri. £44 million on the outs outside of that. Kerfold left, the guy that I said I wasted £5 million on. He actually started for me quite a lot of games, and I sold him for 12 million, so turned out to be quite a good transfer.
I think he's done because I think he played like 33 games. It was.
Yeah, he was.
wasn't
Yeah. I also sold a centre-back partnership in Lewis Binks. He went for £20 million. Thomas Belmonte for £10 million. So a lot of players went out, and I replaced them, I think, quite well. And I've transformed the team from what it looked like last year. Found a couple of really good players from Copenhagen and Independiente. My scouts did exceptionally well looking in Scandinavia. We found a really good centre attacking midfielder here, 21, with a release clause of £10.5 million.
And he's good on both feet as well. That makes it
Both
even
feet,
better, doesn't it?
absolutely. Physical attributes up there with some of the best. Great off the ball. I love him already. I might look at next season potentially training him to beat the offside trap because he has everything there to do it, which will make him absolutely deadly in the shadow striker role. Ranieri from Independiente, £10 million again. Great centre back. Strong on both feet. He is literally playing with both feet.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Very good for £10.75 million.
I mean, you looked at a few players that were double that price and only good on one foot, didn't they?
Yeah. And nowhere near as good.
No.
Mads Peterson, again from Copenhagen. Again, £10 million. He plays right back for me, but can also play centre back, just more suited for right
Both
back.
footed again.
Both footed again. Don't know how I'm finding players like that. It's ridiculous. Then we have a left back from Supersport. 21 years of age, less than £1 million, great physical attributes. Now, I always send scouts out to Africa, but South Africa this year is absolutely deadly for finding the cheapest players that you can find. So make sure you scout South Africa. Juan Jose Bretes. Now, I signed this guy, hoping he would start. He wasn't. So Belmonte. Now he does. Kind of. So, Bretes comes in. I think when I seen him originally, he was one of the players that I was like, oh, he's going to be one of my best players. And then after, I'm like, oh, actually, I think I could have found better. But for £6.5 million, I think it's worth taking a gamble on bringing him in. Then I found another page full of players. So we've got Perilla. Now, Perilla I don't think will start because I've got a better striker that came in after him, but he is very good.
He's finishing 16 and you're not going to...
Yeah, I mean, I signed him and then I seen that he has comes deep to get bought and I dislike that.
Yeah.
I dislike that player traits. I should have looked out for that really, but he is a good Premier League striker and he's only 20 years of age for £6 million. 11 goals in 20 games last season. Santa Maria in Colombia, look at that, for less than £1 million. Mental. Goes into our starting right mid position. Absolutely outstanding. Now this is the striker that I found after Perea that is going to be starting for me, and it's Jonah Kusa Asari, who is an actual real player from Sweden, 23 years of age now, starts off at AIK. £15 million I spent. He was on loan at Salernitana last year and got 9 goals. I think he's a bit of a beast, 6'5".
Already scored 3 for you as well.
Yeah, good pace, good strength, great jumping reach, both-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I do like him a lot. Then I needed a backup goalkeeper because I lost Villar on a free transfer, so I brought in Murray Johnson, 500k, probably better a goalkeeper than the previous. But I still got, of course, Spike Brits as my number 1 goalkeeper. Jose Guerra comes in as a CDM role. That might be now my starting CDM compared to the Argentinian. I'm not quite sure which one does start, but I needed a bit better of a backup. Then I realised I only had 2 centre-backs, and I was like, oh no, I need to bring in some extra centre-backs. So much was going on, and at one point I had like, what, 60 million? And I was like, Dad, I don't know where I'm going to spend this. Then I found
Imagine what I'm saying now.
Yeah. Ian Holmes from Chelsea, so a good centre-back there. Right-footed, great physical attributes there. Probably going to be a backup because his mental attributes aren't as good, but he's only 22, and the English part of it really helped my registration because I've got, as you can see, a lot of foreign players coming into the side. Simon Urtubia, £4.6 million, now my new starting left midfielder from Chile. I've gone to South America and I've absolutely raided it.
Look at his physicals. Huh?
Yeah, with a 5-star potential as well, and he's already a Premier League player, £4.6 million. Unbelievable, from Chile. Colo Colo. Then we got Radislav from Inter Milan, the other centre-back that I brought in. So I brought in 2 good backup centre-backs so I can like chop and change. Better mentals than the other guy, but less technicals. Both footed again, yeah.
Physicals are immense as well.
Unreal. 22-year-old German. Very good player. Finally, a wonder kid.
You had to find one, didn't you?
Just keep finding loads. This was one that my scouts told me about in Colombia. David Balanta. Very good indeed. Yeah. Only 18. Got him playing for the U team because I don't think he'll get that many games this year, but he's 18 years of age. So in future seasons, quite good on both feet as well. What a surprise. In that centre attacking midfield role, he could be one for the future for me. He looks very good. What a summer. Jesus Christ.
It took us a long time as well, didn't it?
It did. So tactically, I have changed it. Now, this wasn't my tactic that I used to get promoted for the championship. This was. All my changes was I changed these to attacking instead of on support role. Whether that will change anything too much, I'm not quite sure. If I did pick without restrictions best 11, it looks like that. I'm kind of happy with that team, so I'm going to stick with that. Now, my schedule going forward, I've had a good start, to be fair. I beat Crystal Palace 1-0, Santa Maria with the only goal. I beat Norwich 4-1, lost to Aston Villa, which I kind of expect. They've got a very good team on this. Beat Middlesbrough, who are in our division 3-0 away from home with a fully rotated team as well.
Did, yeah.
Then I only lost to Manchester City 4-2, and when you consider that they've got Evan Ferguson, Erling Haaland, Phil Foden, Wilfred Gnonto, and this guy Nathan Masters, who we've seen and we were like, how have they got him? He is 20 years old and he is one of the best players in the world. So there we go.
241 million.
Unbelievable. So yeah, and he's strong on both feet too. I'll probably sign him in a couple of years. So they got him as well. So they beat me 4-2. I'm not too worried about it. I'm playing Dad very soon. And Dad is currently 19th. Why is that? Well. Start off against Tottenham, 2-2.
I thought that was a hell of a result as well.
95th minute.
Yeah, I was so pleased with that result, wasn't I?
Yeah, they killed you at the end there, didn't
I'm
they?
happy with that.
Then it's 2 back-to-back 3-2 losses with 2 late goals. 85th minute there against Sunderland away from home. 84th minute from West Ham at home. Disappointing there. 2 points dropped potentially. You've stuffed Crawley. Sonny Perkins is still here, by the way.
Yeah, I did rotate that team a little bit as well, didn't I? To sort of give a few players a run
Absolutely. And then Middlesbrough, who I beat at Middlesbrough's ground, you lost 4-2 to.
So what am I doing now? I'm doubting myself now with the tactic, and
Yeah. Whether you should have used it or not.
Yeah. But no, I've stuck to it. I'm going with it.
Okay. Right. I don't think there's anything else to check. I think it's time we simulate this season and see what happens in season number 8.
Where do you want to finish?
I mean, I finished just above relegation zone last time. A bit of progress would be lovely.
Yeah, I just want to survive.
Yeah, I'm thinking just short for me of mid-table, and you survive is kind of our target.
I just want to survive, and hopefully they'll give me a better budget, and then I can start having a go next season then.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really pleased with the team that I've got, but those first results have got me worried now.
Yeah, because currently I'm in 7th.
Yeah.
I've had a good start to the season. You're down in 19th with 1 point. It's not looking great.
No.
So, let's see how this season goes. Season number 8, and I think, if I remember correctly, you're only a couple of points behind.
Yeah.
It's all to play for. Let's see what happens. Come on. That was definitely right to feel worried after the poor start. However, it wasn't long before the new guys got used to the system and they started taking points off of bigger clubs. And started to cause some huge upsets across the season too. I genuinely was hopeful of maybe even pushing for a top half finish and beyond this season. But a few silly results didn't go my way, and the panic started to set in. There was, however, something to really get behind for Wrexham fans this season. A defining moment, some might say. Oh my god, Dad! How have you pulled that off?
I don't know. Whoa.
I mean, we're on Wrexham. I can see my downfall. It's quite clear. I went down to 15th. I was not...
At least you
I was in where you were, 19th.
Yeah.
Wow, but I survived. Just 16th position. 4 points above top there. That is not good from me.
I'm in Europe as well.
Oh my god, how have you done that first season? That's ridiculous.
Not counting in Europe, mate.
Oh god. Qualify for the Europa Conference League next year.
I had an awful finish to the season as well, look.
Did.
I could have done so much better.
55 points. That's outstanding. Fair play to you, first season.
I don't believe that.
First season. Okay, I lost 20 games. I really hope not. They're not against you. Well, there's one.
Oh, that's 1 point back
There's
out of
one.
it too.
Okay.
Oh, and I've got 1 point for finishing higher than you.
Yeah.
We're level now.
Yeah. 8 draws. None against you. Come on, have a win. That's what that tells me. Okay, you completely overtook me now, I think.
Yeah.
Your striker got 26 goals. He's only beyond Erling Haaland.
You said he was good, didn't we?
That's outrageous.
His average,
Tuvia's got the
his
highest
average rate as well. He's third in average rating beyond the two City boys.
Wow. That's mental. Look how we both got the highest yellow cards. What a surprise. Fair play, Dad. That's an unbelievable first season in the Premier League. Absolutely outstanding.
I don't know where that come from, Matt, I tell you.
Right, so we're on Wrexham. I haven't won anything because else it would come up with something. But where did I... Please, just don't say I've been knocked out by you. Oh, that's really annoying.
You got to the final. Oh, Christ.
Runners up. In the FA Cup as well.
If I'm going to win one trophy, that's a trophy I'd like to win.
Hopefully I've knocked you out of it. Chelsea in the final.
Oh, unlucky, mate.
Chelsea in the final. Seen that. All right, 4th round by Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup. I think you've overtaken me, Dad. Fair play. What else have you done? Hopefully you've been knocked out by me. No, Forest and Man United.
4th round and 3rd round. I didn't do well at all. I'm glad I didn't do well in the cups.
I didn't do well at all. 8th.
No, I mean, I'm glad I didn't do well in the cups because it probably helped me in the league.
Yeah, true. Look at your upward rise, look.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
that second part of the season, I've just pulled it in.
Yeah. Right, so if we had a look at the fixtures, yeah, you beat me twice. 3-1 there and a 4-2. So we're on yours. You had a bad run in December.
Yeah.
But there's a hard lot of games. Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, back-to-back. And then you beat, Villa the other side of it. If you know how hard they are. And Newcastle, that's a really bad spell for you. You had another bad spell here. But after that, you kind of plain sailed through it. You took some hammerings.
February onwards, I went for it, didn't I? By the looks of it.
I think with this tactic, you are going to upset people, or clubs. But when you do get beat, you get beat.
Yeah. But when I win, I win. 5-2, 5-1, 4-0.
That's it. So, stuff Chelsea 4-0.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You had a bad end of the season there. Arsenal 2-2, Newcastle 3-0, Forest.
If I'd won 2 of those games, I'd have finished 7th.
Yeah, which means Europa League. One of those games would have put you higher because you would have had more goal difference than Bournemouth. So that's outstanding, really. 29 goals there for Mark. Davila got 20. I mean, what a signing that is. 20 goals for you, and he cost you 775k. He's now worth 23 million.
And the other striker cost was nothing.
Yeah, and he up to 20 million as well, and he's wanted, so you could cash in if you wanted to. Oviedo's there. Kellyman was a good loan signing again. 14 assists, got the highest assist for you this season.
I don't think I'll be able to have him for the 3rd season. I don't think so. He might be the one position I might have to try and improve. Really.
Yeah, you did buy another player for that, Vasco Sousa.
I
you
did,
just haven't played in that much. 19 times off the bench, unfortunately, for Vasco, which I don't think he's happy with because his morale's low. The transfer budget then. Let's have a look, see what you got. Second season in the Premier League, 33 million.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Well, your finances are looking quite healthy, to be fair. You still got a bit of debts and loans, but hey, that's not bad at all.
The only thing I think I've got to do, I have got to make the squad stronger because I'm in Europe, mate.
Yeah.
Playing the Thursday nights is going to be...
The squad is quite short because, like, if you look at by ability, like, all of these players down here are all the championship players that, you know, you weren't ever going to use. So, yeah, you would need to bring in a lot of players for that. My Wrexham team then, the runners-up of the FA Cup. I'm disappointed with the league, though. I thought like 13th, something like that, I'd have been buzzing with. We had 25 goals there from Asari. He's wanted now. Could cash in. But outside of that, no players over 10 goals. That's disappointing.
I think that's what's let you down.
Yeah, because I've got a bigger squad as well. Like, I've got a lot of really good players. That's quite let me down. Maybe the tactic's not quite right. Yeah, maybe I need to push more up front. Maybe go up like that, like I did for the Real Betis, potentially, something like that.
Yeah.
That might be something that I need to do. Okay, let's have a look at my transfer budget for next season. 45. That's not bad.
No.
Not bad at all. My schedule, I did notice something. I'm playing at Swansea.com, which is Swansea's home ground. So it looks like
a new
potentially buying and building a new stadium right now because we've currently into that. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Ryan Reynolds did say we're going to cut back in what we're investing into the club.
Yeah.
But we're also going to buy a new stadium. And we're going to give you 44 million next season.
So he's backing you, really, isn't he?
Yeah. Because my finances aren't looking great, like only £5 million. I do have £16 million in debts, but I've got a cracking budget, so I'll take that. All right. Let's have a look at the points then for this season number 8. Yes, Dad's Notts County team destroyed my Wrexham side comfortably in both fixtures. And those 2 points plus the higher league finish has really cemented his comeback. If only we could have just lifted that FA Cup. Which means I achieved 0 points this season, adding to my 24 I've accumulated so far, but the 3 points Dad gained season overtake me from 22 to 25 as we plan for season number 9.